Wall Street just watched one of the greatest earnings reports of the year, and yet the stock sold off. But it stole off for reasons that we all expected. They sold off because they're spending too much money. But this could be the type of dip that we can be looking for to make and triple our net worth. What Wall Street isn't paying attention to is that these companies are positioning themselves for the future. But Wall Street wants to see the money right now. Show me the money! Because Google didn't miss earnings. It didn't miss revenue. It didn't miss cloud. It didn't miss AI. In fact, it reported one of the strongest quarters in the company's history. Cloud revenue exploded, YouTube growing, search is printing cash, and Gemini now reaches billions of users with 950 million active users. Well, what does this all mean for us? Could this be the dip that we've been looking for to truly triple our net worth? Or is this the beginning of a market collapse? The two are so similar. New investors always get stuck right here. And that's what I'm gonna do in this video. I wanna break down the difference between, is this a collapse or is this a phenomenal buying opportunity? Because my goal is to, one, help you and me build wealth one share at a time. Take advantage of amazing opportunities that we have instead of being fearful like everybody else. And three, give you a skill set when it comes to buying, hold, and trading that helps you buy back your freedom. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper, man. Make sure you like and subscribe to this video and help us get to 2,000 likes so that we can grow this channel. Let's go. Why did investors panic? Well, because Wall Street wasn't sure if it was just looking at revenue. Was it looking at spending? Which I truly think it was. And that's where the story gets real interesting at. Right? I want you to understand that Google gave us the cleanest picture of where all official intelligence is headed. And why did they do that? Let's talk about this first. The pullback may be the best opportunity we've had in the AI cycle. Because after Google reported what it reported, which is $44 billion in CapEx spent. If I'm being precise, 44.9, which means $45 billion in CapEx spend in one quarter. If you don't know what CapEx spend is, it's the money that businesses are using, and they get to write some of that off to grow the business. After you take away operational cash flow and operational expenses, and then you take away CapEx spend, Google now has, for the first time ever, $5 billion in negative free cash flow. Now, let me make that make sense to you. Google has always been the poster child of having money. It's always ranked in the top 5 with companies with the most cash on the side. It's Berkshire Hathaway, it was Google, and it was Apple. And so Apple started spending bread, and now Google has they're still sitting on billions of dollars of cash flow, don't get me wrong. But now, instead of investing that bread, what they're doing now is spending that money on massive, massive AI build-outs. Now, here's what I want you to understand. This is preparing us for what we're about to see in the future. Now, we saw it already. We saw Micron have massive earnings and tell us where memory is headed. Stock sold off. Again, we saw ASML, the company that everybody needs to build the AI chips, have massive earnings. Company sold off. We saw TSMC, the company that makes 95% of all semiconductor chips. The company sold off. And then Google, the poster child for having the greatest stack. That's right. Google is positioned better than any other company that, from my perspective, with everything that they have going on. They really aren't dependent on anyone else. They're even using Broadcom to build out specific chips designed for them. So they have everything they need in-house. We call that vertical integration when it comes to business. And the company sold off massively. And not only did Google sell off, they started a ripple effect because Meta fell off 5%, ABGO fell off 5%. As a matter of fact, this was one of the worst days in Mag 7 history. That's right, one of the worst days in Mag 7 history. And while everybody else in the world is seeing this as a massive sell-off, I, myself, Wall Street Trapper, is saying this is one of the greatest opportunities of all time for us. I get it. People always say this is a great opportunity. But here's why I'm saying this is one of the greatest opportunities of all time. Because the market isn't selling off because of anything going wrong. Now, don't get me wrong. Please do not get me wrong. Trump in this war is 100% affecting what we got going on. It's amplifying. Let me show you what I mean by that, right? You ever was in a situation where like you was just tired? You're like, bro, I'm so tired. And then something happens. You're like, you know, that's the straw that broke the camel's back. That's what's truly happening right here. The war is amplifying everything, right? Because people are fearful. We got gas prices going up. They're saying this is going to be the most historical oil price we've ever seen of all time. It's already breaking $90 a barrel, breaking 95. No, I'm sorry. It already broke $100 a barrel today. Also got to think about it. It's not stopping. We've bombed Iran for down 11 days in a row, and it's not slowing down. You got the 10-year yield up to 4.7, and it got to 4.7 trap. Why does the 10-year yield matter to us? Because this is the treasury note that matters, and is what banks are using to give us more rates on houses, give us rates on cars, give us rates on credit cards. And most importantly, it's the rate that banks use to lend money. And then what's increasing as well is the Fed fund rate. This is the rate at which banks use to lend money to themselves. So when money gets expensive for banks to lend to themselves, everything else gets expensive. But we got to see this as an opportunity. And so I'm going to go back to Google, because this is the dip that we got to be buying. Google has been one of my favorite companies because, they're one of the few businesses on earth that owns their entire AI ecosystem. Most companies own one piece. Google owns nearly all of it. Think about it. When someone searches something, Google wins. When businesses need cloud computing, Google wins. When someone watches a video, YouTube wins. When developers build AI, Google Cloud wins. When companies need custom AI chips, Google has its own TPUs. When customers need an AI assistant, Gemini, right there competing. They own the search engine. They own the cloud. They own the operating system. They own the advertising platform. They own the AI model. They own custom silicon. They own what's called full stack AI company. Very few companies in the world can say that. And this quarter here, I want you to understand something. Not last quarter, but this quarter here proved what they can do. And this quarter proved it not once, not twice, but 3 times. Google Cloud grew another 32%. The companies continue, listen to me again, the company continues signing enormous enterprise customers, big dogs. Its backlog, the amount of full future businesses already under contract, is climbing. So all of it's at it was at 450. It's now at 518 million. Now, that's not money in their pocket, but that is money that is already on the list. They're going to get some of that. YouTube continues to produce billions in advertising. This, for the first time, they were positive. They beat expectations. YouTube has not beat expectations in the last couple quarters, which means more people are watching YouTube, more people are driving revenue. Matter of fact, let's stop for a second. I want to say something to everybody right quick. Before we go further, I want you to say something. I have a Patreon community, and I'm teaching you and my community how to build systems when it comes to AI, investing in AI companies, how to trade with a system, but also how to build out your buy and hold. I do something with lottery picks 2 to 3 times a week. Also, we do live classes to teach you how to look at the charts and how to read the charts. So if you're interested in that, click the link below and join our Patreon community. Let's get back to this video, y'all. Search remains incredibly resilient. If not, AI would destroy it. Google is embedding AI directly into search, making the product even more valuable when keeping users each side of the ecosystem. Now, every major business inside Google continues benefiting from AI. And that's exactly what investors wanted to see. But then Wall Street looked at a lower line, one line, capital expenditures. Google spent right at $45 billion in AI infrastructure. And that's when investors got nervous. Not because Google is weak, but because Google is spending at a level we've almost never seen before. Now, let me explain this to you why this is important. Because this is what most investors get it wrong. People heard the phrase negative free cash flow and they immediately assume something is wrong. Nothing could be further from the truth. Imagine you own a rental property and the building is making money every month. Your tenants are paying the rent. Everything is working. Then one day you decide to completely renovate the property, the roof, the plumbing, the kitchens, new electrical, right? For a while, your cash flow looks terrible. Why? Not because your business got worse, but because you chose to invest heavily today so that you can earn much more tomorrow, so you can raise those rents. That is exactly what Google is doing. Their core business is still generating enormous amounts of cash. Management simply decided to reinvest an extraordinary amount of cash into AI infrastructure. They're buying GPUs, building data centers, installing networking equipment, expanding power capacity, aging and adding liquid cooling, purchasing land, constructing facilities around the world. Why? Because management believes that AI demand over the next decade will be unlike anything we've ever seen before. And they're trying to maximize it. So they're using the quarter's profits. They're trying to own the next decade. And that's why this matters. Google isn't the only company doing it. Think about it. Meta is doing it. Microsoft is doing it. Amazon is doing it. Oracle is doing it. Every hyperscaler is spending at levels we've never seen before. And that's not a coincidence. It's really a signal. The biggest technology companies in the world are telling us with their own balance sheets that AI is still in its early stages. And that's where our community begins. Now, here's where it gets interesting at. Because we know that Google is the only one spending this aggressively, we know that Microsoft is spending this aggressively, Amazon is spending this aggressively, Oracle is spending aggressively, and every major cloud provider in the game, because nobody wants to lose. This isn't just about competition anymore. It's about survival. If Google slows down, Microsoft wins. If Microsoft slows down, Amazon wins. If Amazon slows down, Google wins. And nobody wants to be second in artificial intelligence. So even if investors complain about the spending today, management keeps on increasing it. Notice everybody is saying, bro, we don't care how much. They're so embedded in this, they don't care what the stock is doing, right? They're like, bro, we don't care what the stock is doing. We're going to spend this bread, and if the stock goes down, we'll buy back some stock. So notice you're going to see companies start to buy back stock even more and more. Why? Because stock is getting cheap, and as stocks get cheaper, what happens? Buybacks become more prevalent. That's what the money is for. So be mindful. Be mindful if you start seeing more companies buy back stock. They're going to take full advantage of it. So this is why we got to have a really have a long-term perspective. You know why? Because money is on the table. And that's actually why I see Wall Street panicking. Because Wall Street is just looking at the next quarter. Google and these other companies are looking at the next 5 years. So after everything we've walked through today, Google earnings, the record AI spending, Wall Street selling companies, the billions flowing into data centers, the question becomes, what am I actually doing? Because information without action doesn't change your portfolio. So here's my game plan. I'm not chasing green candles. I'm not buying because CNBC is excited. I'm buying because fear has all finally shown up. And Warren Buffett, one of the greatest investors of all time, always says, be fearful when others are greedy. So at this time, in this season, I'm going to go broke spending money on these companies because this is exactly the environment we triple our net worth. 3 months ago, people were willing to buy anything with AI in the name. No question asked. Valuations were stretched. Stocks were running every day. Nobody cared about the risk. Today, those same people are nervous. Why? They're worried about tariffs. They're worried about geopolitics. They're worried about interest rates. They're worried about capital spending. They're worried about these companies are spending too much money. And that is exactly why I started paying close attention, because markets don't reward comfort. They reward patience. Now, Google didn't cut AI spending. They decreased it. Meta didn't cut AI spending, they increased it. Microsoft didn't cut AI spending, they increased it. Amazon didn't cut AI spending, they increased it. And every major hyperscaler is spending $1 billion check because every CEO sees the same thing. Artificial intelligence isn't becoming less important, it's becoming more important. The only debate is who wins. Well, I'll say there's 2 debates. Who becomes the most profitable first? And here's what I'll tell you. It's going to be a rough time in the market for a minute. And we got to accept that. So the goal now is to buy these great companies, do what's called starter positions. And we get these starter positions, we start to average down because no one knows in the bottoms is. But I do know this. You will have a relief rally. As soon as Trump ends this war, as soon as we get past the midterms, the market will bounce. No, without a shadow of a doubt. You just got to be able to buckle up right now and put your safety belt on so that we win this game for the long term. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper. I hope this video helped you out a lot. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this with somebody. And if you're interested in joining the Patreon, click the link below because we talk about stocks, buy and hold, long-term investments, leap options, and swing trading because my goal is to help you build wealth one share at a time. Salute.